Dancer by Joel Henry Little. Some days when I'm on all fours, and the corporate ladder climbers on retreat are flogging me with their big foam swords, I watch the LEDs halo around the nearest bald head through the honeycomb eye holes of my wolf costume reeking of weed and piss, and I try to make a desert sunset in my mind. Out there I'm a horse with no rider, galloping off to where no one's been. Out there the frontier is endless, while here in this fur cage the space for me is always shrinking. I've gained 33 pounds in 6 months. Soon I'll be nothing but blubber and shame. Some days I like to think there's a part of me that can transcend my fate, like a fortress in a maze, impossible to reach. Maybe it's the part that sees sunsets and sweaty heads, mystic springs at the bottom of the tank into which I am daily dunked. Maybe it's the part that once tap danced for no one. Maybe it's hope. But it always disappears as soon as the lights go dim in the Ramada Inn conference room, and fight song starts to play, and 100 sword-wielding men in starched white shirts shout in unison, "Slay the beast! Become the beast!" Some days fewer than 3 words pass my lips. Last Monday, the dropout who's being primed to replace me asked how old I was. When I told him, he only said he was sorry. I went on poking the edges of bruises as if nothing were the matter. In 167 waking hours, I have yet to stop thinking about this for more than 5 minutes. I hate what this job has made me. When I applied, I thought it would give me time to sort things out. They said they wanted somebody who could move, and I guess my body fit the bill, or at least the suit. I was later than most in finding regular work. It never occurred to me you need experience to gain experience, and so here I am, 5 years out of high school and still hanging on by my teeth to the lowest rung. It only makes matters worse that I hardly ever bothered with class in those days. School to me then was time better spent in my room practicing for what really mattered. All those thousands of wings and cramp rolls and sneakers with glued-on taps on that little strip of plywood deep into the ghostly hours of the morning. I like dancing to vaudeville songs the best. Old Rudy Valley and those kitschy revival acts from the 70s. Keeping time, that was all I had to do. And I failed. The problem is I never learned to find something else, something more real to give myself over to. By the time I'd scraped enough C-minuses together to graduate, it was too late. I could never withstand the pressure of auditions, the smug looks on the manicured faces of the competition. Some of them even wore top hats and tails, and not the dinky kind which drags behind me today. I could never picture myself beside them on Broadway. Even in swoony teenage marquee dreams, it was never quite me up there on stage. Just a lone, faceless shadow, gliding between spotlights. Meanwhile, I could never follow what those community college professors were trying to tell me about equity and depreciation. My head was always in my shoes. Forget parties, forget dates. I didn't have friends. I wasn't noticed. I was a hermit, a hostage of yearning with a Fred Astaire poster on his wall. Of course, nothing ever came of it. With each rejection, I lost the will to practice, and with no practice, the rejections only piled up that much faster. Then there was the crash, and the break, and the right leg outgrew the left, and at last my dreams died in the same bedroom, with the same plywood board where I don't tap anymore, and if I did, it'd come out all lopsided anyway, and I still try not to think about it, and for years and years, every day has passed just the same, and I'm just the same, and everything and everyone is just so precisely the same, it's sickening, just sickening. Sometimes I think my life is a joke waiting for a punchline. The more I tell it, the less funny it becomes. Now, on this bench in this locker room with a stiff towel around my still soaked neck, and the 2 foot paws of my wolf suit unmoving on the cold floor smattered with pubes and dead ladybugs, I see how much I've missed. I know so little of what others know. Maybe this job is my penance for all that time lost to a fantasy unfulfilled. Maybe it serves me right, playing the fool for their satisfaction. I was a fool for thinking I could ever outrun the real world. I wasn't made to run. Watching the boxes of expired donuts in the corner sag dejectedly, I remember a joke Polly made one summer morning long ago while our grandmas met for breakfast before dropping us off at actuary camp. Waiting in line, she pointed to the mat underneath our flip-flops. "America runs on Duncan?" Then when she grew tired of waiting for me to respond, she looked me straight in the eye and with a haunting sincerity prodded my chest and said, "Poor Duncan." The next bus won't come for another 45 minutes, and there's nowhere warm to wait for free but here. I can still hear the voices of newly minted Alpha Tier sellers networking out in the hall, dreaming of the yachts they'll buy and the wives they'll cheat on now they've been so transformed by their afternoon with wolfjackers. I'm thinking again about how old I've become. It doesn't seem worth taking off the costume yet. Sometimes I wish when I remove it, there'll be someone new underneath, someone more ambitious. But I know what I'll find. The same thin hair, the same pockmark clusters, the same purple bags hanging from the same frown-lined eyes, so why should I bother? Sometimes I wish the world were empty, and it was my job to build it up all over again. I hear a clatter from behind me, the sound of stacked buckets and mops tumbling onto linoleum. Hey, buddy, pull my finger. I don't need to turn around to know who's in the room with me. It could be any of them, all of them. One alpha is indistinguishable from another. What, Wolf Boy, you don't talk to me? You think you're better than me? The footsteps draw nearer, and I can tell he hasn't picked up after the mess he's made. My knee pits are sweaty, and my jaw aches from the nervous clenching and unclenching. I wish I'd left when I had the chance. Nah, I'm just messing with you, bro. Look at me, Wolfman Jack, I won't bite. You're the Wolfman, bro, you do the biting here. I won't bite, but, you won't bite, right? Yeah? Haha. Wolfman, Wolf Amigo, El Wolfo. Who's Wolfman Jack again? Sometimes I just say these things, and I don't know why. I want to be on the bus. It occurs to me I've never wanted to be on the bus before, but now I do. It's like discovering a new tooth in my mouth that came in pre-rotted. Ah-woo! Can you hear me in there? A pair of hammy mitts appear on my shoulders. I jump up from his grip straight onto my two jelly legs. The towel drops from me and lands with a squelch. He has a foam sword sheathed in his belt with its TJ Maxx tag showing. Without meaning to, I say, sorry. It speaks! It's alive! Come on, shake my hand, buddy. He extends his hand, but I'm too focused on the oil-slick lenses of his Oakleys to really notice or respond. Shake it. Come on, shake it. Shake my hand. Do it. Shake my hand, bro. There's no buzzer. Come on. Shake with me, Jack. Shake. Shake me. No catch. I'm not trying to trick you. Shake my hand. Just shake my fucking hand already, okay, kid? I'm not doing a bit. No too slows. Just shake it. Don't be like this. Don't do this to me. I'm being nice, okay? I'm fucking serene right now, Jack, okay? Just shake my goddamn hand, dude. Are you negging me? Is it because I'm wearing black on black? My buddy's always busting my balls about this color theory shit. No one's gonna buy a Mazda from a guy with no flair, blah, blah, blah. Just come on, bro. Help me help you. Bro, come on. Shake my hand, bro. You're hurting my feelings. Shake my hand already. So I lay my paw in his hand, just hoping he'll stop. My breaths echo wetly around the mask while he glowers back, open-mouthed. Do it for real or don't do it at all, bro. Firm that shit up. Don't be a sissy with me. None of that noodle arm BS. You are a wolf man, my man. So I squeeze his hand until the knuckles crackle and fold into one another. Ow! All right, enough. I let go and his hand flops down into his pocket where he thinks he'll hide the pain. Jesus, some people have no manners. I mean, God, fuck. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring him into this. He crosses himself and kisses his fingers up to the ceiling. But anyway, so listen, bro. Me and my buddies have a proposition for you. Business deal kind of thing, you get me? No, sorry, no, I have to bus. Get to bus. I have to get to the bus. Pardon, me. Sorry. At Death Trap? No. You can do better than that. Matter of fact, call an Uber. One of those nice self-driving ones. He pulls out a thin leather money clip with the head of a lion embossed in its center. All you gotta do, well, I mean, why even waste my time explaining? It's so simple. This is easy money for you, dog. Wolf, I mean. Okay, now, get down on your knees. What? Come on. Just get on your hands and knees, like back there on the stage. All right, fine. Here. He pulls out $200 bills. What's your price? I can't make myself respond. I can't make myself begin to think about how to respond. I know it can't be more than 200, bro. I mean, look at this fucking place. Look at that fucking suit. Okay, fine. 300. I'll give you $300 this minute. Just knee down already, my guy. We blink at each other for 30 seconds. Quit squeezing me, dude. Who's the MBA here? Certainly not Mr. Wile E. Coyote looking ass over here. Alright, Jesus. I mean, shit. He goes through the crossing routine again. 500, that's it. $500, that's my ceiling. I told my guys 2 would do it, but I'm gonna level with you here. I'm too nice. I'm just a working man like you under all this. Right here, in the heart, where it counts. Too nice. Everyone tells me, too nice. I know. He shakes the white splotch bills in my face and then slams them down on the bench. 500, you in or you out. Don't tell me you're out. Why the hell would you be out? No goddamn reason for you to be out. 5 seconds, then you gotta choose. Okay? 5, 4, and I didn't say goddamn. 3, you misheard me. 2, don't fuck me here, man. 1, I need him to stop. I don't want to see what comes after 1. There's no other way. I lower myself down on my hands and knees to the dark between locker and bench. Even the light of my desert sun abandons me here. This is how you empty a person, little by little, refusing all objection, teasing the soul out piece by piece, leaving it with nowhere to run. I never wanted money. I only wanted to be alone. Out of this wolf suit, out of this Ramada Inn, out of this nothing country of asphalt and concrete. I wanted to dance and be a dancer. But you can't dance on all fours. Not really. Then I feel the weight of him sink into my spine as he grabs the flaps where mask and suit meet like reins to steer me. Why is your back so wet? You know what? Don't answer that. Okay, now we're just gonna walk into the hallway, totally casual like nothing's any different, okay? Nice and slow. Maybe my manager will come and put an end to this, if he can only stop smiling at his Apple Watch long enough to notice. Or maybe I'll find a nail to step on, or a puddle to slip in, if it's not out of the way. Maybe my heart will stop beating before I reach the door. Oh, and do a little howl when we get there. Just a little one. Don't do it too big. Or actually, never mind. Excessive. Too flary. Here I come. And nothing and no one will stop me. I'm an ant on a boulder on a hill that ends where it begins, toppling down forever. Sometimes I wonder if falling feels like returning. What do you do with your hands and feet when you fall? Do you dance? Hey, can I ask you something? Do you ever picture celebrities sleeping? Not that I do or anything, but hang on, my phone. Just keep going over there, that door. Where's the tail on this thing? Yeah, that door over there, duh. Any second now. I'll cross that threshold and... This girl, man, she won't stop Snapchatting me even after... I mean, she says she's 22, but she looks 28 and she acts 35, so what are we doing here, right? Do you know how much I make in a year? My dad would be so damn proud if he were alive. I mean, look at this girl. Here, look at her. Come on. Look at her. I mean, come on. Witness this, brother. Looky. Jesus, just look. So that's the sound of skull on metal. It's duller than I would have expected, like a fish dropped on the sidewalk. There's no mark on the doorframe, but I look behind, and there's blood. Crimson black in the gloom and chunkily running through the grout between linoleum tiles down the slope so subtle I've never noticed it before towards a central drain. His body is motionless, hands splayed at his sides like Al Jolson, with a small white grin on his small white face, eyes wholly vacant. I never knew a nose could go so flat, like it just disappeared. I take the mask off to see it all clearer, to make it all realer. I feel awake now. My burden is lifted. I have real work to do. First I slide the body gingerly by the legs back to the lockers. The bumps in the floor make his torso rattle a bit. Moving a person isn't so hard when you're urgent about it. I leave him propped up with his head in my locker. Then I check the laundry chute on the wall for something absorbent. I know the towel will be too wet to do any good. I take a few moth-chewed shirts and blouses and sop up what I can of the snail trail of blood. Some traces remain, but I don't intend to stick around long enough to answer for them. I stuff the wet rags in the locker under his neck. Then I take the new guy's smaller, fresher wolf costume and slip the 2 halves over the alpha's arms and legs. To finish the scene, I stick his right hand down the suit's front and under the strap of his boxer briefs, and put an expired donut in his mouth. He's starting to wheeze, so I place my mask over his head and hurry out the back way. This is the last I'll ever see of the Ramada Inn. Over and beyond the river of milky runoff from the dumpsters, in the alley ablaze with the light of the evening sun I cannot see. I think to myself that I'll never smell that smell again. It feels like a graduation. Maybe now I'm moving on. Here I stand in the subway across from the church. I don't know how I got here, and I don't wonder why. It's been snowing, I can tell from the pool of slush around my footpaws. The bus will arrive soon, but I won't hurry. Buses come and go. The children will point and squirm, but I won't mind them. Even children grow old. The sandwich artist will speak without meeting my eyes. It's a living like any other. We're more alike than anyone could know. Next time, I'll be the one serving them. Someone's sure to come after me, I know. But they've always been after me. Soon they'll see, and soon they'll understand. I'm not a man of violence. I'm a dancer. What do I want? For once, I know exactly what I want. It starts out soft and slow, just timeless little taps of felt against rubber. Hardly perceptible to anyone at all, but I know I'm dancing. There goes the right foot, tapping out a beat to the words Veggie Lovers. Then in comes the left with $5 footlong. 4 against 5. I never knew it could be so easy. It's lopsided, but it's me. My brain is paralyzed by permutations of breads and meats and cheeses and vegetables, but my feet are itching to fly. I let them. You know, I could live and die in this subway. I could be the center of the sandwich. This is my stage and you're the crowd. Here, I'm dancing again. Here, I'm brave and I'm young and I'm dancing again. No one can touch me. Not a soul. I don't even need to eat anymore. I don't hunger for much. I'm not that kind of wolf. Just give me a bit of space to move in and 2 feet to do it with. I hear my song, and I'm dancing now, and I have everything. I have a face, and it's smiling. I'm happy now. I'll never be unhappy so long as I'm on my feet. I can't stop, and I don't want to. No mind, all body. I'm a horse with no rider, a wolf with no pack. I'm a dancer out of time. I'm not afraid of sirens. They sound like bees farting. No, they'll never reach me. I am the pure individual. Alone. I am. But I'm not me. The I who tells you I am and am not me. I'm you. And I don't even know you. You who made me this individual. You who made me hurt and hurt. I employ myself. I'm a championship puffer. I have a sizable and varied collection of vintage marionettes. I straddle the vanguard of the second vaudeville renaissance. I'm the people person's people person. My legs are long and bursting with rhythm. I'm the dancer. Dance is all I do. All I ever do. I am the wolfman tap, tap, tapping away, away, away. Time after time. Step ball change, and shuffle off to Buffalo. I'm stepping out. Top hat, white tie, and tails. Watch me as I go. Watch the tail. Watch it wagging. Oh, can you hear me howl? That's how you'll know I'm free.